understand what is meant by leader. Leader is a person who exerts an influence over a number of people. एक ग्रुप और नंबर ऑफ पीपल्स का ग्रुप है, उनपे एक इन्फ्लुएंस बिल्ड कर, जो इंसान इन्फ्लुएंस बिल्ड करता है उसका, तो उसे हम लीडर कहते हैं. Now leader is one who leads by initiation of social behavior, by directing, organizing or controlling the efforts of others by prestige or power or position. उसके प्रेस्टीज के कारण, उसके पावर या उसके पोजीशन के द्वारा वो लोगों को इन्फ्लुएंस करता है, उन्हें डायरेक्ट करता है, उन्हें कंट्रोल करता है, तो उसे हम लीडर कह, उस इंडिविजुअल को हम लीडर कह सकते हैं. लीडर इज ए इंडिविजुअल इन एनी सोशल सिचुएशन इन विच his idea and action influence the thoughts and behaviors of others. लोगों के थॉट और बिहेवियर पे उस एक इंसान के आइडियाज या एक्शन से इन्फ्लुएंस हो रहा है, तो उस इंडिविजुअल को हम लीडर कहते हैं. The leader is a person who spontaneously consider or chosen as influential in a given situation. This leader can be, he can himself consider himself as a leader or he may be chosen. In every society, certain individual operates within the group to guide and influence the members to action. These individuals are referred as leaders. Now, leadership is a process of influencing the behavior of individual in the real situation. इंडिविजुअल जो इन्फ्लुएंस करता है उसे हम लीडर कहते हैं, और द प्रोसेस जो है दूसरों के बिहेवियर को इन्फ्लुएंस करने का जो प्रोसेस है उसे हम लीडरशिप कहते हैं. Now, leadership is defined as activity in which effort is made to influence people to cooperate in achieving a goal viewed by the group as desirable. एक ग्रुप का एक जो गोल है वो अचीव करने के लिए, एक साथ कोऑपरेट करने के लिए, जो इन्फ्लुएंस करता है करने के लिए जो एक्टिविटीज ली जाती है, एफर्ट्स लिए जाते हैं, उसे हम लीडरशिप कहते हैं. In other words, leadership is defined as role and status of one or more individuals in a structure and functioning of group organization, which enable these groups to meet the need or the purpose that can be achieved only through the cooperation of members of the group. So again, many persons or individuals have defined leaderships in their own words. Now, according to Nader Frank, leadership is essentially simply influencing the attitudes and action of one or more person leading towards the achievement of the or the purpose. So here he said that it is influencing the attitudes and actions of one or more person is termed as leadership. According to Ted, leadership is act that influences. लोगों को इन्फ्लुएंस करने का एक्ट जो उसे हम लीडरशिप कहते हैं. Cartwright and Zender, they pursued leadership as performance of all that help the group to achieve the preferred outcome. Lester, he defines leadership as resource that an individual or a group to enable the organization to do with it needs, should or wants to do. लोगों को रिसोर्सेस को इकट्ठा लाके उनको क्या करना चाहिए, उनकी नीड्स क्या है, उन्हें कैसे करना चाहिए, ये सारा ऑर्गेनाइज जो करते हैं उसे लीडरशिप कहते हैं. Now, according to Davis, leadership is ability to persuade others to seek defined objectives enthusiastically. Then Dhama and Bhatnagar, they defined leadership is a process who in any social situation with his ideas and action influence the thoughts and behaviors of others. Leadership is the process of influencing the thoughts and behavior of others towards the goal setting and goal achievement. So these are the various definitions of leadership given by the different people. Now let us see the functions of leader. So there is no firm opinion about the functions of leader. Generally speaking, if leadership functions or the functions of leader is related with the goal achievement, उस ग्रुप का गोल क्या है, उन्हें कैसे उसे अचीव करना है, उसके साथ उसके फंक्शंस रिलेटेड होते हैं. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू बर्नार्ड, लीडर परफॉर्म्स 4 मेन फंक्शंस. बर्नार्ड ने 4 मेन फंक्शंस दिए लीडर्स का. पहले तो डिटर्मिनेशन ऑफ ऑब्जेक्टिव, उस ग्रुप का ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है. देन मैनिपुलेशंस ऑफ मीन्स, टू अटेन दैट ऑब्जेक्टिव व्हाट आर द मीन्स, उन्हें कैसे अरेंज किया जाए उस रिसोर्सेस को. देन कंट्रोल ऑफ इंस्ट्रूमेंटेलिटी ऑफ एक्शन, उस ग्रुप के सारे लोगों के एक्शंस कंट्रोल करना. और स्टिमुलेशन ऑफ कोऑर्डिनेशन एक्शन, और उन सारे ग्रुप मेंबर्स में कोऑर्डिनेशन कोऑपरेटिवनेस लाना. तो उसे दीज आर द फंक्शंस ऑफ लीडर अकॉर्डिंग टू द बर्नार्ड. Next, we have the, according to Dhama and Bhatnagar, they have given the different functions of leader. He is the executive. He will be the planner of all action. He is the policy maker of that group. He is expert in human relations as well as technical field. He knows to maintain the human relationship with the within the group, outside the group, and also he has some technical field knowledge. He is external group representative, controller of internal relationship, then purveyor of reward and punishment, arbitrator, exemplar, group symbol, surrogate of individual responsibility, and idealist. These are the various functions of a leader in a group, or a leader of a group whose goal is to attain some huge thing. So this is according to the Dhama and Bhatnagar. Then let us see the classification of based on the types of leadership. Classification of leadership or leaders. First one is the traditional leaders. They emerged out of the tradition and stick to tradition. They are of static type and do not accept the change. They are vested interest and have fear that changes may overthrow them from the power position. For example, tribal chief. ये ट्रेडिशनली राजा महाराज जो होते हैं वो लीडर्स, वो ट्रेडिशनली हायर के लिए वो लीडर्स बने हैं, और दे स्टिक टू द ट्रेडिशन एंड दे डू नॉट एक्सेप्ट, वो चेंज को जल्दी एक्सेप्ट नहीं करते, और उन्हें हमेशा एक फियर रहती कि ये चेंजेस, सोसाइटी में चेंजेस आने के लिए उनकी पावर पोजीशन कम हो सकती है. सेकेंड इज द कास्ट लीडर. Caste leader is the followers belong to same caste as that of leader. The leader provides leadership in matters relating to the caste. कास्ट के बारे में, कास्ट को लीड करने वाले लीडर, उन्हें हम कास्ट लीडर कहते हैं. एग्जाम्पल मौलाना, पोप. So these are the example of caste leader. Next is the religious leaders. They become leader by practicing the religious doctrine or performing the religious acts and rituals. जो भी religious acts है, religious परफॉर्मिंग है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल पूजा, अलग अलग पूजा, वो सारे रिलीजियस लीडर्स के थ्रू होते हैं. सो दे एडवाइज द रिलीजियस मैटर, दे प्रोवाइड्स लीडरशिप इन द रिलीजियस मैटर. एग्जाम्पल पुजारी. नेक्स्ट वी कैटेगरी वी हैव द पॉलिटिकल लीडर्स. दीज आर द elected leaders. They arise out of the political system. Example, MLA, MP, chief minister. These are all the chosen leader by the citizens of the particular area. Now population of particular area, they vote, they choose their representative, and they become the political leaders. Now functional leaders, they are recognized as leader because of their specialized knowledge and function in the society. उनके नॉलेज और उनके जो फंक्शन है सोसाइटी में, उसके थ्रू उन्हें रिकॉग्नाइज एज ए लीडर रिकॉग्नाइज किया जाता है, तो उसे हम फंक्शनल लीडर्स कहते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल डॉक्टर्स, साइंटिस्ट. Then next we have the opinion leaders. These are the persons to whom people go for opinion and advice on certain issues. Opinion leaders act as legitimizers and influence the decision making of the opinion seekers. Example, Sarpanch, Patil. These are for village leader. These are the opinion. If there is certain issue, अगर कोई issue हुआ है तो उसके बारे में opinion लेना, decision लेने से पहले एक opinion लेने के लिए इनके पास जाते हैं, तो उन्हें हम ओपिनियन लीडर कहते हैं. नेक्स्ट वी हैव द ऑपरेशनल लीडर्स. द पर्सन हु एक्चुअली इनिशिएट द एक्शन विद इन द ग्रुप रिगार्डलेस ऑफ वेदर और नॉट दे होल्ड एन इलेक्टेड ऑफिस. सो नाउ एग्जांपल है अन्ना हजारे. ऑपरेशनल लीडर है, वो खुद एक एक्शन स्टार्ट करते हैं. दे स्टार्ट वन एक्शन रिगार्डलेस वेदर दे आर इलेक्टेड लीडर्स or not, but they start certain protest or they start initiating an action against something. So these are called as operational leaders. Then popularity leaders means a group of popular means in a group a popular person will be elected to position of leadership because the members like him. अगर उस ग्रुप के लोग उन्हें पसंद कर रहे हैं तो उन्हें लीडर ऐसे अपॉइंट किया जाता है, तो उसे हम पॉपुलैरिटी लीडर्स कहते हैं. Sometimes such individual may or may not be the actual leader of the group. Such persons holding elective position do very little about initiating action for a group and are mere figureheads or ornamental leaders. They are also called as nominal leaders. Example, film personality. So actually they may not start an action or they may not lead the group, but because of their popularity, they are given the position of leaders. Such leaders are called as popularity leaders. Then assumed representative type refers to person selected to work with the committee or other leaders because latter have assumed that he represents the another group they desire to work with, and he may or may not be the leader of that group. Example, सपोज अगर एक ग्रुप, दो ग्रुप्स है, तो एक ग्रुप के लीडर को लगता है कि दिस में according to him he is the leader of the B group, so such types are called as assumed representative type. Then prominent talent, example artists and musicians who have exhibited an outstanding ability and accomplishment in the respective fields, they may be termed as the leaders. Now for example, Lata Mangeshkar, as she is a very good singer, so she has achieved some outstanding mark, so for that she is considered as a leader in the singing. She is the role model, so such type of prominent talent leadership. Now another classification divides leaders into two categories. One is professional leaders and lay leaders. Professional leaders, also known as operational leaders, these are one who has received the specific specialized training in the field. He works full time as an occupation and is paid for his work. For example, extension officer, gram sevak, agriculture officer, these are the professionally trained leaders, and this is their occupation, their daily work to lead the group. And lay leaders may or may not receive the special training and is not paid for his work and usually works part-time. Example, youth club president, gram sahayak. So these are, they don't receive any special training, नहीं मिलती, ना ही उनके work के लिए उन्हें pay किया जाता है. They work as a part-time. They may be also called as the volunteer leaders. उनकी खुद की इच्छा से वो social work में काम लेते हैं. Such workers are called as the lay leaders. Then classification based on the style of working patterns of a leader. On that base, they are classified as autocratic leader. Autocratic leader is also known as authoritarian leader. He operates as if he cannot trust people. He thinks his subordinates never doing what they should do, that the employee is paid to work and therefore must work. He thinks that employee, he is paid for the work, so he should work. He is like just an order giving person. He is of autocrat. He may tend to view employees as children and encourage them to come to him to all their problems, no matter what their nature and magnitude. He autocratic leader, he is the center grasping or attention seeking. He thinks that he must be given all the attention. People should come near him for all their problem, whether it is related to him or may not. And he is the order giving person. Then democratic leader is, he share with the group members the decision making, planning of activities. The participation of all members is encouraged by him. He works in developing by feeling that every member is a part of group and every person in the group is important. So such type of leaders are called as democratic leaders, where they take, along with them, they take all the group members in every decision making and planning. Then laissez-faire leader is, he believes that if you leave workers alone, the work will be done. He won't control any work. He just tell this is the work should be done, and he leaves it. He won't control it. He won't supervise it. He leaves on the employers to do it. So this is the laissez-faire, where he do not follow any governing rules. If at all possible, he puts off the decision making. He tends to withdraw from the work group. So these are the laissez-faire leader. Next, we have role of leader in agriculture extension. First, they coordinate the efforts of group to achieve goals. जो भी ग्रुप्स, फार्मर्स ग्रुप है, उनके एफर्ट्स को एक गोल की तरफ मूव करने के लिए कोऑर्डिनेट करना एक एक्सटेंशन लीडर का काम होता है. देन दे एस्टैब्लिश प्रॉपर सोशल क्लाइमेट इन द ग्रुप. लीडर्स असिस्ट द ग्रुप टू ऑर्गेनाइज देमसेल्फ. ग्रुप ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, ग्रुप में काम करने के वो सारे असिस्ट करते हैं. दे प्रमोट द स्प्रेड ऑफ मैसेज ऑफ एक्सटेंशन प्रोग्राम. जो भी एक्सटेंशन प्रोग्राम का मैसेज है वो पास करने में, प्रमोट करने में हेल्प करते हैं. दे एक्ट एज द डेमोन्स्ट्रेटर फॉर द इनोवेशंस. वो खुद एक इनोवेशन या एक न्यू टेक्निक आई है वो खुद सीखते हैं और वो डेमोन्स्ट्रेट करते हैं, और वो फॉलो करने लगे तो उनके फॉलोअर्स भी उस टेक्निक को फॉलो करते हैं. सो दे एक्ट एज द डेमोन्स्ट्रेटर. देन दे क्रिएट इनर एंड इंट्रा ग्रुप कोऑर्डिनेशन. दे हेल्प इन प्लानिंग एंड एग्जीक्यूशन ऑफ डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम्स. They encourage other for action. अगर कोई टेक्निकल चेंज हो रहा है या टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं आ रही है, वो खुद पहले अडॉप्ट करते हैं और वो दूसरों को एनकरेज करते हैं, उनके फॉलोअर्स को वो एनकरेज करते हैं. देन दे डेवलप सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस अमॉन्ग द मेंबर्स. अगर लीडर ही कुछ चीजें फॉलो करने लगा तो डायरेक्टली उसके फॉलोअर्स भी वो चीजें फॉलो करने लगते हैं. उनमें मेंबर्स, अगर उनका लीडर फॉलो कर रहे हैं तो वो मेंबर्स में कॉन्फिडेंस जनरेट होता है कि लीडर कर रहे हैं तो हम भी कर सकते हैं. सो दे डेवलप द सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस अमॉन्ग द मेंबर्स. दे क्रिएट फेवरेबल क्लाइमेट फॉर इंट्रोड्यूसिंग डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम्स. They act as a model for members. They support and motivate others to make efforts and realize their needs. They help in making effective group decision and develop specific decision making process. So this is the role of leader in agricultural extension. Next we'll see the characteristics of leader. The characteristics are of three types. One is autocratic, democratic and laissez-faire. As we have seen the different types of leadership, same. So autocratic characteristics, they determine all policies, activities and goals of organization, takes no part except when conducting meeting, telling others what to do or demonstrating. So they actually won't work, just they give the order that how it should be done and what they have to do. Members are uncertain about what to do and usually takes action they are told to take. Whatever he gives the order, that is followed, and leader is personal in both praise and criticism of the work. Next is the democratic. He produces shared leadership that permits feeling of satisfaction and achievement, helps member in understanding or steps required for working. He members take more responsibility for group maintenance and task performance. Here this leader give more priority to all the members in the group. So taking together everyone, he will start planning, he will start his actions. So this is the democratic characteristic. And next is the laissez-faire. He gives minimum guidance. He remains in background, that is he won't govern any working. He just says, he gives the minimum, this should be done, how it should be done, how they will work out. These are the all decisions of the members. Then democratic leadership we'll see in detail. In extension education, extension worker dealing with the democratic leadership. In extension, we follow the democratic leadership. Therefore, we need to know about its advantages and limitations. So advantages of democratic leadership is people fully understand those ideas which they have helped to formulate. लोग ही अगर जो आइडियाज इकट्ठा आके जनरेट कर रहे हैं, टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलप कर रहे हैं, तो उनमें वो ज्यादा अंडरस्टैंड होते हैं, वो कॉन्फिडेंट रहते हैं, बिकॉज दे आर द वन हु हैव फॉर्मुलेटेड. So this way the democratic leadership will help. Then decision is made by the group members, will get more support from the members. अगर हम ग्रुप मेंबर्स का ओपिनियन ले रहे हैं, ओपिनियन लेके डिसीजन ले रहे हैं, तो उस मेंबर्स का सपोर्ट भी हमें मिलता है. Then democratic leadership enables the society to grow upon all of the human resources that are available. जो भी ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेस अवेलेबल है ग्रुप के बारे में, वो सारे यूज करने में हेल्प करते हैं. Then democratic leadership creates strong, responsible and self-reliant individuals. It builds group which will not fall apart from something happens to the leader. अगर बीच में लीडर को कुछ हुआ तो भी वो ग्रुप बिखर नहीं जाएगा, वो ग्रुप टुगेदर रहेगा, क्योंकि वो साथ में काम कर रहे थे, सारे लोग इकट्ठा काम करते, तो ग्रुप विल रिमेन एज इट इज इवन इफ समथिंग हैपेंस टू द लीडर. Then democratic leadership makes higher moral in the society than autocratic. Morals establish करते हैं. Then those who disagree with group decision are free to express their discontent, even they may have abide the group decision. अगर किसी को किसी बात से वो सहमत नहीं है तो वो ग्रुप मेंबर्स आर फ्री टू एक्सप्रेस, जो भी उनका ओपिनियन है वो फ्री है एक्सप्रेस करने के लिए. सो देयर इज नो एनी बर्डन ऑन द ग्रुप मेंबर्स. It always opened the possibility of change. They readily accept the change, and the method of making social decision is important as decisions themselves. जो भी social decisions है वो सारे मिल के लेते हैं, तो this method will be very useful. Limitation is the vocal and powerful members become dominant, thus creating the sense of inequality in the group. अगर कोई powerful member politically power या उसकी positional power है, तो उसकी वजह से वो डोमिनेंट होता है और उसमें इनइक्वालिटी आती है ग्रुप में. Then politicals agreed on verbally in the groups, which do not automatically provide answer to every specific question which arises. Verbally उनमें एक्सेप्टेंस होता है, लेकिन वो पेपर पे आने में टाइम लगता है. Now, problem of individual who refuses to confirm the group decision. Now, suppose if any individual disagrees or he refuses the group decision, then convincing him will be the problem. Then decision making is time consuming. Now, as everyone involves, everyone gives their opinion, discussion there, so it becomes the time consuming process. And participation of large number of people become a problem, because individually एक मेंबर ले रहा है डिसीजन तो डिसीजन प्रोसेस फास्ट होता है, लेकिन ये बहुत बड़ा लार्ज नंबर ऑफ पीपल इन्वॉल्व होने की वजह से टाइम कंज्यूमिंग और बहुत एक्सपेंसिव हो जाता है. देन दीज आर द क्वालिटीज ऑफ लीडर. he should be awareness of functions, ability sorry he should have ability in performing functions, achievement of goals, assign group functions to group members, appraisal of the whatever the functions, then accomplishment of different purpose, attainment of positive value of as a leader, attaching high code of conduct, ethical values, moral in the group, arranging the communication structure, acceptance of failure. These all are the qualities of leader as given by Dhama and Bhatnagar. Then these are the advantages, as we have seen the role of leaders in extension. So these are the advantages of leaders. Then local leaders, they play, once they accept, the followers will accept, cost of extension will reduce, local leaders themselves become better taught, they will experience it and they will influence the other. Then people accept new idea. If a local person actually he is trying it, then people will readily accept. Sorry. Frequent association of extension personnel with local leaders enhances his prestige. So these are the advantages. Limitations. Person selected as leader may not have expected following among the neighbors. थोड़े लोग उनके अपोजिशन भी हो गए तो वो प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट कर सकते हैं. समटाइम्स दे मे नॉट बी विलिंग टू डिवोट रिक्वायर्ड टाइम टू वर्क. सो जो भी उन्हें एक्सटेंशन वर्क कैरी आउट करने के लिए जो टाइम रिक्वायर, वो टाइम वो लीडर वो नहीं दे पा रहा है, या ही इज नॉट अ गुड टीचर. कंसिडरेबल टाइम रिक्वायर्ड टू लोकेट एंड ट्रेन लोकल लीडर्स. पहले वो लोकल लीडर्स को आइडेंटिफाई करने और उनमें ट्रेन करने में भी टाइम बहुत लगता है. देन लोकल लीडर्स में ट्राई टू यूज प्रेस्टीज विद पोजीशन फॉर पर्सनल advantage. So these are the limitations of the local leaders